Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome back to Metroid 2 Return of Samus. Part 8 are we doing today. And what are we doing in Part 8? Well, we just cleared the last of the ruins. We have only 6 more Metroids remaining. That is not that many. I know, and that is because we are nearing the end of the game. It was not the last ruins for nothing. We've got all of Samus's upgrades for this game, with the exception of one. But that final one we've already gotten earlier. You'll know what that means when we get around to it. But other than that, it's just cave areas with the final couple of Metroids. The most powerful of the Metroids. We are so deep into the planet right now that this is where the Metroids start getting tough. And the game is going to introduce us to that final one. The Omega Metroids. In a very special way. First we need to get there. Hopefully I don't die because of the regular enemies. They tend to be rude. We all know how I think about that. Right, there's more lava here. This is not lava that can subtract. This is just here to be annoying. Give me that health. I have noticed that I'm still firing my plasma beam a lot more than I'm actually using the screw attack. I do realize that I have the screw attack, don't I? Right, let's just continue up here. This is where we need to go. Die. Right, how many do we have to do? Only one! Take my word for it. I know my brand is in the way. I'm still not removing it. Unless I find out how I can do that for just a couple of videos. If somebody else knows, please tell me. My ears are open. I also don't like it, but I also think it's not worth removing it for. I like having it there. Oh, don't go in there. That hurts. Metroid shell. Regular Metroid. This is just an alpha Metroid. Come on, game, what are you doing? How is this supposed to be a challenge? Well, it goes off screen, so I can't hit it anymore. Come on. I'm dying to an alpha Metroid. Watch me having more trouble with the alpha Metroids than I do with the Omegas. Oh, me and gaming. Right, that was the only one here. The earthquake already happening. How is this a challenge? Well, I of course said the game is going to introduce the Omegas in a special way. This is all a part of it. You may have noticed that other Metroid shell. That was not a fluke. Right, this takes us back, this loops around to that place where we entered this place from. But it's now flooded in lava. What the heck? This earthquake did not remove any lava for us to progress. This one actually brought some lava in here. So we can't get back now. What the heck? We are stuck here now. We are forced to go back to that same room where we just fought the Alpha Metroid. Guess what is happening in that room right now. Get your missiles ready. That other Metroid shell has a Zeta Metroid, and that one transforms into an Omega. They're really big now. Right, let's stun lock you. Now you can't hit the head anymore. Unless you do it from the very top, like I'm doing right here. One big plus side for the Omegas is, because they are so big, it is very easy to stun lock them. These guys are very formidable indeed, but I have some experience fighting them through the years. This is not my first rodeo in this game. I've learned how to fight these guys, and stun locking them this way makes sure they are either facing you from a lower angle so you can shoot them high in the head, or you are on their backside and try to get in that jumping rhythm where you can jump, shoot a missile, jump, shoot a missile, jump, shoot a missile. So you can stun lock them. and learn the pattern of how long they are in the stun lock, so you can actually fire the next missile the moment they become vulnerable again. Because like any enemy, like ourselves even, there's always a moment of invincibility frames that if you shoot the missiles too quickly after each other, they will pass right through them. They are invulnerable for a short amount of time. So if you shoot too soon, they will go right through them. And by the time you get the chance to fire another missile, you actually manage to get them out of the stun lock so they start moving again. If you can get the timing right, you can actually make sure they will not escape your grasp. And you can keep them in that same position so you can keep firing at them. It is harder as it looks. It looked very easy the way I handled him. But it really is a matter of timing, of making sure you do not shoot your next missile too soon and also not too late, because if you're too late, they also escape, of course. They also move away. So you have to find your rhythm again. But if you actually can get into the rhythm, you can make sure they will not move and you can keep firing your missiles until they are dead. It can be that easy. But you do need some experience for that. Know how to handle them. Doesn't always work, of course. If the room layout is a little bit annoying, then it can be a little bit more difficult. There's only 4 more to go. Obviously, all of them going to be Omegas. They did not introduce them this late for nothing. They're actually going to use them, and they are going to place them in little more annoying rooms. By the time we reach the next area, which is just caves, there's no more ruins areas. This is just a Metroid nest we're going to. It is a long way, though. Let's heal up to these guys, and I'm full health again. I am running low on missiles a little bit. Hopefully we'll get some refill for that. Right, reach the top of this shaft. Now we get scary music. You know you are approaching endgame material when they start doing scary music. Alright, save complete. Let's continue. This is all vertical shafts. Let's see if we can find some more Omegas. Because that's what we're going to hunt now. That's all we have left. Is there? Might be a little... there might be some solo gammas or zetas running around here and there. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure that we have all Omegas left. I'm trying to find a split path here, just to get my bearings again. Yeah, I'm lost. I'm afraid I'm getting lost again, so I really need to make sure I find some spots that I recognize. I'm pretty sure this is for a Metroid somewhere. Don't fall in these things, because you are dead when you fall in here. There's no way you can space jump out of these things, because they all have spikes on the bottom. If you fall here, you have no chance of activating your space jump. You cannot jump high enough yourself if you fall through some of these higher pillars. Right, Mr. Omega, I know you're here. Well, it's a Zeta, now it transforms into an Omega. Right, let's see if we can get you into a good little pattern, like this. Jump, fire missiles. Jump, fire missile. Of course, it is pretty hard to keep that stun lock. This is the rhythm you want to go into. And gotcha! Alright. Let's go back to the split path now, because this is all there is, this direction. Let's make sure we do not fall in here. You can just space jump over here. You don't have to go platform for platform. But do keep in mind that the space jump is a little bit more tricky to activate, so if you miss a command and fall, you have a pretty high chance of falling in between those pillars. And you will get stuck in there. Is this the room where the continuation is? Yeah, it's this room. You can go in here, but you don't want to do it just yet, because we need to clear this area first. 2 Metroids are still remaining, they're both over here. So don't go in that middle pit just yet, that is for continuation. You will find a lava pit, or lava wall blocking your way for now. So you first want to make sure all the Metroids are gone. I believe there's one over here. Once again, watch out not to fall in between these pillars. There's no way out. Unless you're lucky and you fall in between some of the lower ones. Those ones you can jump out of course. But some of them are so high, not happening. Right. Another Omega. Let's make quick work out of you. I'm running out of missiles, so I need to make sure I conserve some of them. Because there's one more after him. Yeah, there we go. That was a very clean fight. As I was saying, I'm proving myself right. These very hard Omega Metroids, what's supposed to be the hardest ones, I do flawlessly, easily. And the Alpha and Gamma Metroids give me the most trouble. What is supposed to be easy is what gives me trouble. And what is supposed to be hard, I do easily. Absolutely true. What is it with me? Why do I always have that? Right, the final one is over here, I think. And with I thinks, I mean I'm pretty sure. I have played this game so many times. I can get lost sometimes because rooms look similar and there is no map, so I can't always make really sure where I am. But once I know where I am, I'm pretty sure I know where everything is. Right, another Zeta is of course going to transform to an Omega. And it's going to be the final one, I'm pretty sure. It's the final Omega or regular Metroid in the entire game. Because there's only 2 remaining, and of course that final one is going to be special. The game is not going to let us end with just an Alpha Metroid or anything. Yeah, I got you now. Goodbye, good sir. Your species has been practically annihilated. We have only 1 remaining, as the game says. We have our next earthquake. And now let's make our way to the pit I pointed out earlier, which we skipped earlier. This time we are going in it. It is where the final Metroid is hidden. The deepest bowels of the planet. And obviously, the biggest challenge. Because, not really a spoiler, because it's not that hard to think of. That final Metroid is of course going to be the final boss. Can you think of what that final boss could be? Knowing what the Metroids as a species technically are. Right, here we have that pit. Let's go in. Normally there would be a lava wall here preventing us continuation. We took care of all of the Metroids, which are apparently responsible for the level of the lava on this planet. For some reason, the number of Metroids living here is their life force is connected to the lava walls here, which technically means that all of the other Metroids before we came here all live inside of that lava. That's also pretty funny actually to think of. This area is kind of scary because we know we have one giant final enemy to take care of. That's definitely not going to be an easy cakewalk. It's not the final one for nothing. We are on our way there. For some reason the game really thinks this is their way to build up the suspense, because you see it is mostly empty. There's no more regular enemies. We meet absolutely nothing other than some traps that we fall through. And yes, there are one way. I should have known that was there. I knew that was there. I tried to space jump over it, but I broke my space jump. Space jumps are not as easy as you think. Nope, this is where I need to go. The only challenge from this place is that it kind of works as a maze. You can kind of see where the traps are, because if you look closely you see that some of the tiles are colored in a little bit differently. Those are the tunnels you can pass through. Easily come over to just space jump. If you, unlike me, keep your space jump. Oh, I can be such a doofus sometimes. Thinking... Oh, come on. Fall for it again. Where are you? Why are you hidden so far away? I'm really not sure if I need to put this in this episode, make it a little bit longer, or to split up this episode and do this plus the final bit we need to do in a next episode. It might be a little bit short. I might end up with 2 15-minute videos, but I think I might do that because... yeah, so I can fit them into the week a little bit better, because I am actually kind of trying to fill in these episodes so I can fit them all in next week, so there are 5 or 4 episodes. So I don't have to postpone my next project for too long. What I think I'm going to do is just continue this episode as if it is one episode, that I'm going to end up cutting it into 2. And just put in a black screen with to be concluded, like I've been doing in some other cases. So I can just keep on going, because if I say I cut the video right here and right now, it might be the case that I end up with a final episode being only 8 minutes long or anything. I don't really feel like doing that, so I think I'm just going to continue all the way to the end from here and end up finding a way where I can split it into 2 episodes. I think that is the best way to approach this. I'm just going to continue